Howie Rose is fired up, and he should be. Mets took 2 out of 3 against the Braves. They take 2 out of 2 against the Yankees. And that's the first time in the Subway Series between the Mets and the Yankees that they've both been in first place by themselves, especially this late in a year. Jake, it doesn't mean a ton, but it doesn't mean nothing either that the Mets did what they did against the Yankees. What do you think?
No, it didn't. I mean, this is a playoff matchup in the makings here. And when you start putting these New York teams together in the Subway Series, there's extra energy in the room.
Oh, yeah.
Facing a guy like Max Scherzer, that's the measuring stick. You heard Max in his postgame. That's where I'm measuring myself at. What can I do against the best? Electric baseball. You're going to see last night, we're going to go to the tape here, Max Scherzer was so impressive, staying the course, never giving in. Watch, Anthony, all night long in trouble in the third. There's one of 3 punch-outs to get out of trouble to Aaron Judge. Here's the 5th. We see Josh Donaldson leading off with a double. You're in trouble again. What do? Let's pitch a little bit, okay? Make some bad pitches. Here's where Aaron Hicks needs to understand, he's going to get a good pitch to hit right here. Against Max Scherzer, you're only going to get one of these because watch him go back to work here. Never give in. Good cutter, fastball up at the zone. I'm going to try to get you swinging on this slider right here. But guess what? 3-2, I'm not giving in. The game's on the line. I'm going right back to it. Right? You had one pitch to hit there, didn't get it. I'm going back to being Max. You watch here to IKF. This is an unhittable slider. You're going to see never giving in. We walk the next guy here to bring up late Mayhew. He puts a good swing on a fastball, ready to hit. Unfortunately, it's a line out to Lindor. Again here in the 6th, 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. Here's that guy that doubled last time up. Good little slider, first pitch. Out of that inning, battle Max, I love it. Top of 7th, a lot of guys would be gone right now. Wouldn't be facing the best player in the league for the 3rd time. Punches him out for the 3rd time, Anthony.
How often do you see Aaron Judge take a swing like that?
Ooh, you take him against Max Scherzer often because this guy is the ultimate competitor. He never gives in, was in trouble all night. That game could have been any which way if one of those innings goes. He stays the course, so in control, the breathing, the execution. I was locked in last night.
And Judge has made adjustments this year to his game. He's obviously having a career year. But I've never seen him look bad the way he looked bad against Scherzer. He was victimized by Scherzer
Absolutely.
last night.
I thought Scherzer did a really nice job. And this goes to kind of what you're saying. Look, big pitchers in big moments in big games, they know how they want to get you out. And they're going to attack you with it. He did it to Judge last night. He did not stop throwing him the slider, even though he missed occasionally, even though it didn't work. He goes to the changeup. Look, that's the best statistical pitch right now against Aaron Judge. Doesn't matter, goes back to that slider when he needs it. Here again, this is his 7th inning. Runners on again, scoring position, big moment. He gets the slider to hit, wasn't ready to hit it, and then he just goes to work and just keeps throwing it. Okay, I'll get off it for a second, going right back to it, and you're not ready for it. I just blew you up and in with that 97. You're not ready for it. And what that did, it set up late in the game. Now you've got Seth Lugo on the mound. Judge looks uncomfortable this entire at-bat. Fastball almost middle. It looked like he wasn't even competitive on that. Kind of flinched on that curveball in the dirt, and then the slider, again, a good pitch to hit, but he just didn't look like himself because Max really bore down when he needed to, made the pitches he needed to, and that makes it easier for the rest of the staff that comes in after you the rest of the game.
Yeah, and you're showing right there that it's not rocket science. As a pitcher, you're waiting for the hitter to make an adjustment. And Judge certainly knew he was getting those sliders, and as long as Max Scherzer was executing and kept executing them, it was unhittable.
You know what's interesting, too, is like, I'm glad to say it, because just to bring up that one other point, Judge against right-handed sliders is like slugging 700. He's killed it. Does that come off other pitches by Scherzer, or does he throw it differently? Why would he struggle against this?
As a catcher, the way I see things and the way that I always called games, I always defaulted to my pitcher's strengths first. If a hitter has strengths, great. But I know my pitcher out there, and if he's got a strength, he's going to have more confidence in it. He's going to execute better. And this game comes down to execution. If you look at his 7-whatever slugging percentage against right-handed sliders, and it is, he is the best. He has the highest slugging percentage against fastballs in the game and the highest slugging percentage against sliders in the game among all hitters.
But all sliders.
But when that's your pitch, and Max knows that's what he wants to go to, I'm going to call it. And
all
if he
sliders
executes,
come
it's
out
over.
a little bit different, though, and everybody's got a different deception in the way, like you said, and you've got to just do what's working. He's great against a slider, not against Max Scherzer. He wouldn't see it, and Max just stayed with it until he showed that he could see it.
I'll say this, the Yankees have a better record than the Mets, but I haven't seen the Mets look bad for more than like 2 days.
No.
At any point
Their
this year.
consistency this year, I've been saying this actually lately, their consistency this year is really showing me something. And to me, that speaks to Buck Showalter.
And they gave up the lead last night.
Yes.
Again, they were down early in the first game. Last night, give up the lead late. Peterson's been great, but gave it up. And to come back, leadoff double, Escobar, small ball to get him over, and then execute. Like you said, Buck's made a huge difference. That Mets team is playing a complete brand of baseball. Fun to watch.
And so it's like John Smoltz always tells the Ted Simmons story. Ted Simmons pointed to Bruce Sutter and said, he had it, he threw it. If you got it, throw it. If you have it, throw it. He had it, he threw it. You got it, throw it.
Throw it.
Right, so that's
we can
your
keep
point.
doing it. Can we keep going
Throw
with
it.
this?
That's right. I was like, that's like the best philosophy in life. You
Ted
got
Simmons,
it, throw
great
it.
baseball man.
Exactly.